Hello students, good morning. So today here I am again with another topic, the new chapter that will be projection of solids. Earlier we discussed about projection of point, projection of line, projection of plane, and now after that I am starting today a new topic, that is projection of solids. As you know, solid will be a three-dimensional object. In a three-dimensional solid will be a three-dimensional object. So right now I am interested for few geometrical solids which we are aware. In school we know about them. By name we can easily identify those solids. So if I want to go for types of solids, initially I want to discuss little bit about the shapes of solids. Later on I will shift to the projection. So there are two types of solids are there. One will be known as polyhedra and second will be known as solids of revolution. As described here, polyhedra will be a solid which is bounded by planes. So any solid which is bounded by planes or faces, that is known as polyhedra. One of the earliest polyhedra you know, that will be a cube. If you remember that, you can easily identify this solid. This is a cube, the cube we use in the Rubik cube, the puzzle. So this cube will be having 6 faces and all these 6 faces are squares. So this is the type of a polyhedra and this is known as regular polyhedra. Why I am using this regular word? Because all the faces of this solid are squares and a square is also a regular figure. So those solids which are having the same type of faces, all the faces, those are known as regular polyhedra. So I am going to draw one problems about cube as well as one solid you know, that will be tetrahedron. Tetra means 4. So tetrahedron will be a solid having 4 faces and all the 4 faces are equilateral triangles. So these two regular polyhedra I will discuss you in future. Then another polyhedra, that is known as prism. That prism you remember that you used in the physics practical of optics, that will be a triangular prism. Actually I can call that triangular prism. If you remember, that prism has having 2 triangular bases or faces, you can say. I can call them bases and 3 rectangular faces. So that is known as triangular prism. I have prepared one square prism for you. This will be a square prism. If you look at this, it has 2 opposite equal planes. Those are known as the bases, and so it has 2 square bases and it has 4 rectangles. So I can call that a square prism. So how can we define prism? Prism will be a solid which is having 2 bases, equal and opposite bases, and number of faces. And the number of faces will be rectangles when these 2 bases will be parallel to each other. So according to the base we will name the prism. That physics practical prism will be a triangular prism. This is a square. Suppose the base will be pentagon, then that is pentagonal prism. If the base will be hexagon, then that will be hexagonal prism. So in that way I can define different type of prism. Then in prism one important thing will be, that is the axis of the solid. In any solid the axis will be one of the most important part. Technically if I say that axis will be the line passing through the center of the 2 bases. So normally what I am going to do, I will draw right and regular prism. Regular means the base must be a regular plane. As in this prism the base will be a square and axis must be perpendicular to the base. So when axis will be perpendicular to the base, the 2 bases will be parallel to each other and all these faces are rectangles. So actually we are going to draw those type of prism which are right and regular. Same way another solid you already know that will be pyramid. The pyramid of Egypt are very famous. That will be a square pyramid. If you remember the pyramid of Egypt, you have seen in the movies, If we look from the top, we will see 4 triangles. If we look from the front, maybe it look like 2 triangles. So actually it has 4 triangular faces and base will be a square. So I will call that a square pyramid. I have also a pyramid for you. This solid, look at this. Its base will be a square, then it has 4 triangular faces, and those faces are going to meet on a point that will be known as apex. So this is pyramid. One more pyramid I am having for you. That will be, I have prepared with the help of this sheet. This is a pentagonal pyramid. If you look at this, it has 5 triangular faces. The base will be hollow. Actually I have not covered this, so this will be a pentagon. So pentagonal base, if I keep it like this, then from the front, if you see that you are seeing 2 faces, or maybe if in this position, then you can see 3 faces. So maybe maximum possibility we can see maximum 3 faces. That depend on the shape of the pyramid. The earlier pyramid I have shown you will be, this is known as a square pyramid. Again the logic will be same as in the prism. If the base will be a square, that is a square pyramid. If base will be a pentagon, that will be a pentagonal pyramid. If I change the base and the base will be a hexagon, then that is hexagonal pyramid. Okay. And again one of the important term, that is axis. Axis of this solid will be the line passing through the apex and the center of the base. So again, when the axis will be perpendicular to the base, that will be known as right solid. When axis will be perpendicular to the base, all the faces will be isosceles triangles. So in the case of pyramid, it has one base and number of faces, and all those faces are isosceles triangles. So by default I am going to draw a right and regular pyramid. Then another type of solid, that is solids of revolution. As the name suggests, that solids generated by revolution of a plane along one of its sides. If we rotate a plane about one of its side, that will be the solid generated will be a solids of revolution. If you remember that, suppose if I take this right angle triangle and keeping this side fixed, if I rotate the whole surface, the object generated will be a cone, that is right circular cone. So this is the shape of a cone, that is the softy cone or birthday cap. It has one cylindrical base, circular base, and a curved surface. This point will be again known as apex. These lines are known as generator. Axis will be again the line passing through the apex and the center of the base. So that axis will be perpendicular to the base, then that will be known as right circular cone. Same way cylinder, if I can use this glass as a cylinder, then this cylinder will be generated by revolution of a rectangle. If you hold a rectangle and rotate it about one of its side, then the object generated will be a cylinder. The difference between again cylinder and cone will be, cone has one base and there will be an apex. Cylinder has 2 circular bases. Same way another solid will be sphere. If I rotate a semicircle about one of its straight edge, then the object generated will be a sphere. And also you also know about the frustum of a pyramid, frustum of a cone. If we cut a cone or a pyramid parallel to the base, then the lower part is known as frustum of a cone and frustum of a pyramid. So in this chapter we are dealing with all these solid shapes. I hope that you just recall those shapes in your mind, and in next class we will start placing these solids in the space and drawing the projections. Okay, thank you very much.